Every woman carries hidden doors to her deepest desires. Few men know how to open them. It's not tricks or lines, it's about where you place your energy, intention, and yes, even your touch. There are three places on a woman that awaken her fully. Not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When a man learns these sacred points, she doesn't just feel touched, she feels desired, valued, and claimed in the most powerful way. Most men believe it begins and ends with her body. They think melting her comes from caresses alone. But the truth? The first and most powerful place you must touch is her mind. A woman's mind is her deepest erogenous zone. Desire starts there, growing until it blooms into full intimacy. If you cannot reach her mentally, no charm or skill with your hands will ever be enough. When she listens to you, she's already deciding. Words that show confidence, depth, and emotional intelligence open her up. Shallow, dismissive, or fake words close the door instantly. Touching her mind means sparking imagination, curiosity, and respect. Ask the questions that make her pause and reveal more of herself. Notice her wit, her humor, her dreams. When she feels you value the way she thinks, she feels seen in a way no touch could replace. A woman wants to be mentally undressed before she's physically undressed. And the man who learns this unlocks the most powerful connection of all. Why do women fall for men who aren't the richest, handsomest, or most powerful? Because those men know how to intrigue her mind. They feed her curiosity, play with her thoughts, and spark her imagination. Desire always begins in the head before it reaches the body. A woman mentally aroused will crave you more deeply than one touched only physically.
Why?
Because the mind keeps replaying the moment long after the hands are gone. Touching her mind requires more than wit. It takes emotional intelligence. When she feels anxious and you calm her, you touch her. When she's joyful and you celebrate it, you touch her. When she's vulnerable and you accept her truth, you touch her in the deepest way. Think of her mind as a sacred garden. With patience and respect, it blooms. Rush past it, and intimacy withers. Many men skip the step, then wonder why connection fades. Real intimacy happens when she knows she can share anything without judgment. When she can laugh, cry, or dream with you, her guard lowers, her soul leans in, and her desire grows. And don't forget playfulness. Wit and humor act like foreplay, teasing, exciting, making her lean closer. A playful challenge or clever remark can be more intoxicating than touch itself. Most men stop at surface compliments. Few touch her mind. But when you do, you stand out. You become unforgettable. The man she thinks of late at night. The man whose words echo after you're gone. Touching her mind gives her more than pleasure. It gives freedom. Freedom to be herself, to speak her truth, to be seen as more than a body. That freedom is addictive. So before her hand, before her lips, before her skin, touch her thoughts, her intelligence, her humor, her dreams. When you do, her heart softens, her body opens, and her soul begins to intertwine with yours. Which brings us to the second place you must touch, her heart. Many men believe once they win her attention, love follows. But without touching her heart, you'll never have her loyalty or devotion. Her heart is the doorway from temporary attraction to lasting connection. A woman's heart holds her memories, scars, joys, and dreams. Unlike the mind, which responds to words, the heart responds to action, consistency, presence, and sincerity. Flowers, dinners, and gifts mean nothing if they're empty gestures. What touches her heart are the quiet proofs, remembering her favorite tea, the way she folds her blanket, the song that soothes her. Genuine care leaves fingerprints. Being present in her emotions matters most. Don't rush to fix, listen. Don't dismiss her tears, hold her. Women feel deeply not because they're fragile, but because they notice life in detail. Stand with her in those emotions, and she'll feel safe to trust. The men who win aren't always the richest or most charming. They're the ones unafraid of vulnerability, willing to share truth and show authenticity. Vulnerability builds trust, and trust builds bonds stronger than time or distance. Women aren't as complicated as many believe. What they truly want is love that's safe and secure. Words matter, but actions seal them. Treating her with respect, prioritizing her, and protecting her emotions. Picture a woman with walls from past hurt. Push too fast and she resists. But approach with patience, kindness, and consistency, and her walls fall piece by piece. Once her heart trusts you, her love becomes fierce, loyal, and unshakable. Finally, touch her heart through appreciation. Notice her efforts, her quiet support, her unseen sacrifices, and acknowledge them. When you do, you don't just win affection. You win devotion. A simple, "I see what you did, and I appreciate it," can touch her deeper than any gift. Women want to feel their love isn't taken for granted. When you acknowledge her heart, she feels seen, and being seen is one of the deepest forms of intimacy. Romance isn't just roses or dinners. It's thoughtfulness, sending a midday message, holding her hand in public, leaving a note where she'll find it. Small acts make her feel adored, and every woman craves that. Respecting boundaries is also key. When she says no or sets limits, honoring that without pressure shows her heart is safe. Nothing matters more than trust. With trust, intimacy thrives. Without it, everything collapses. Touching her heart can also be spiritual. For many women, love is bigger than emotion. It's connection to purpose. Support her dreams, share her values, join her in prayer, meditation, or quiet stillness. That creates a bond beyond the physical. Here's the truth. Women remember how you made them feel, not just what you said or did. Did she feel loved, respected, safe, cherished? That's the real measure. When her heart feels secure, her body follows. Emotional love fuels physical passion. Intimacy becomes deeper, natural, and consuming, born from trust, not obligation. So, if you want to reach a woman, don't only chase her beauty or her mind. Touch her heart. Prove she is safe, respected, and cherished. Do that, and she'll give you the kind of love men search a lifetime for. If the mind is the first place to touch, and the heart the second, the body is the third. But her body isn't just something to claim. It's a temple, a sanctuary, her vessel of joy and vulnerability. Touching her body isn't just about pleasure, it's about reverence. Treat it carelessly, and you'll never reach her soul. Intimacy isn't just gratification, it's an experience. Her body is a canvas, your touch the brush. Every kiss, every caress tells a story she carries into tomorrow. She remembers because the touch marks her emotionally, not just physically. And here's the bold truth. If you've already touched her mind and heart, the body becomes an extension of both. Flesh meets flesh, yes, but more than that, soul meets soul. That's why some touches feel empty, while others feel electric. It's not technique, it's depth. True art is in the energy, syncing with her breath, moving to her rhythm, mixing playfulness with passion. When you make her laugh, when she feels safe yet desired, when her body feels celebrated instead of consumed, you're no longer just touching her body. You're touching her soul. A woman never forgets the man who touched her with reverence. She may forget the words, but she remembers how alive, safe, and cherished she felt. That memory stays etched forever. The body is not the beginning, it's the culmination. Where love turns physical, desire becomes tangible, and intimacy undeniable. When you honor all three, mind, heart, and body, you don't just win her love. You win her soul. If this spoke to you, share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the wisdom that could transform your relationships forever. If this video spoke to you, don't let the conversation end here. Drop a comment below. I read every single one, and your story might be what inspires someone else today. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the next bold truth we uncover together. Share this video with a friend who needs to hear it because change spreads when we speak it out loud. This channel grows because of you, and your support means everything. Stay bold, stay grounded, and keep choosing the truth that sets you apart.